Hello, and welcome back to Hitman. And in this series we will go back to where it all started, and this time round we will focus on completing as many of the challenges as we can on each and every one of the primary Hitman targets, with maybe a few interesting bonus kills on the way. Today we are in Mumbai for the Mumbai Electric Challenge, which entails eliminating one of our targets using electricity. So for today's challenge, the only thing we'll need to be bringing with us will be a silenced pistol, and we won't even be needing that. And we will be starting at the boat entrance. Everything else we require is available on the map. So with that said, let's get reacquainted with our target, shall we?
Wazir Kale, an infamous South China Sea pirate better known by his nom de guerre, the Maelstrom, and no one knows his whereabouts or what he currently looks like.
So right from the start and off the bat, the only way you can get the Maelstrom down into the Crow's Nest hideout is to eliminate both Rangin and Shah using the Kashmirian. So you have to complete the proxy killer challenge before moving on to this. So once you have taken out Shah and Rangin, we're going to make our way to the Crow's hideout at the beach, and we're just waiting for that gentleman you can see through the window to finish his cigarette and make his way back into the room. And when he does, we're then gonna trip the generator just to our left here and then turn it back on again. Make sure you turn it back on because we don't want to attract the other guard in the room. And the reason we're going for this guard in particular is that he has a key. So we're going to close the door behind him when he comes to investigate, render him unconscious. We're going to collect up the key that he drops. We're going to take his outfit, and we're going to make our way into the building using the key we've just collected, and down into the basement area. Now the Maelstrom is currently on his way here, and we only have a short amount of time before he arrives. We have enough time to get rid of this guard in the ammunition room here when he's finished posing for the camera. So once he finishes leaning there, he's going to make his way to the back of the room, and we can then make our way into the room, get behind him, render him unconscious with the wrench we collected just outside at the bottom of the stairs, and we're going to hide his body in the closet provided. Now we still have a little bit of time, so we're going to take the guard's gun we've collected and we're going to put it just outside this side door here, and the two patrolling guards who are walking up and down the corridor outside the room, one of them will eventually spot that gun and they will bring it into this room to dispose of. Now if the guard blocks the door and you can't get the door closed and render him unconscious, don't worry about it. Let him go back to his business and await the arrival of the Maelstrom. Luckily for me, he made his way more into the room and we was able to close the door behind him. So the Maelstrom should now be just about entering the Crow's Nest upstairs and making his way down here. There he is. So we're just going to follow him into the room and quickly render him unconscious. That's just to stop him going to the meeting with the Kashmirian. And we're going to take out the remaining guard in the corridor outside here. So once again, using our wrench, once the guard has gone past the door, we can get behind him, render him unconscious. We're going to hide his body, although I don't think he will be found unless you cause some sort of ruckus. But we're just going to be safe rather than sorry, and we're going to hide him in a crate provided. So we have two more people to get out of our way. I'm just going to hide the Maelstrom here just in case, because the Kashmirian is on his way here and he will be escorted down into the next room to meet with the Maelstrom. So we need to be aware of him and his guard. So we're not leaving anything to chance, we're just picking up all the items that have been dropped and left lying around. Make sure you pick up the hideout key. I believe one of the guards drops that, and there is one in the ammunition room. But we're going to make our way along the corridor and through the door beyond and into this little corridor here. And we're going to place the gun we've collected on the floor and throw our wrench against the wall. And that's going to attract the attention of one of the two guards by the sewer entrance. And we're going to hide just behind this ammo crate here after collecting the can of spaghetti. So as you can see, one of the guards has come along, he has found the gun, and he is now going to take that gun away to the ammunition room where the Maelstrom is currently sleeping off a headache. So once he gets a little way down the corridor, we can render him unconscious. We're going to collect up his gun and the spaghetti can, and we're going to hide his body in the closet provided here. And then we're going to rinse and repeat the same thing for the other guard. We are going to take this guard's outfit at this point, that's just for our exit strategy. So at this point what we're going to do is once again place our gun on the floor. We're going to collect up the wrench, which should be just over there, and again we're going to throw it at the wall and attract the attention of the second guard in the area. You should be able to see on instinct the Kashmirian and his bodyguard or his escort will be making their way down here at the same time. So there is the escort and the Kashmirian, they're just making their way down the stairs now. Don't worry about them too much, they won't come through this room, they go around this room. So we can focus our attention on the guard who has now spotted the gun we've secluded and is moving to take it away, and just like we did before, we're going to let him get a little way down the corridor and then render him unconscious. And once again we're going to hide his body in the closet provided, and at this point now we're going to go and retrieve a car battery from the far end of the room here. So right down the corridor and around to our left, in the corner we'll find our battery, and we are going to take that battery to the sewer entrance to the crow's nest. Just be aware that the escort guard will be leaving, and he does come through this area, as you will see. So we're just going to leave the battery here. What? It's rubbish. I'm throwing it out. So once the guard's buggered off, we can then retrace our steps back to the ammunition room, and we are going to retrieve the Maelstrom. Now I used to do this challenge using one of the puddles in the corridor, but I've tried and that no longer seems to work. So we are now going to drag the Maelstrom to the sewers. Just be aware of the Kashmirian, that's him there. He's going to make his way back through this room and back up the stairs. So at this point we want to make sure that we are dragging the Maelstrom by his feet, not his hands, because we're going to drag him into the sewage water here, and we only want to dunk his legs in the water, we don't want to drown him. So that will do nicely. So once we have him secured half in of the water, all we have to do is retrieve our car battery and throw that in the water with him.
The infamous Maelstrom is dead. Very well done, 47. Mission completed. Time to find an exit.
So that will get you the Mumbai Electric Challenge, and as we have the hideout key, we may as well take the hideout exit. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.